give this a second here. Good afternoon. Alright. 12 over here on the East Coast. We have just past 12 o'clock. So good afternoon. Today was kind of a late morning. We had actually a late evening, early morning, making this a very slow morning. I don't know if I'm going to have the time today to read you the next part of 2 Kings, or 2 Kings. I'll see, right? I'll see. I did transcribe it this morning. It took a little bit more time than usual because we are going to cover a bit of a larger section, but we'll see if we can get to it later today. In the meantime, let's go ahead and do a word from the Qur'an. I appreciate all you coming in and listening, and let's go ahead and see. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. All right. So this is the beginning of Surah 23, which is Al-Mu'minun. Al-Mu'minun. Believers, okay? It means believers. Still working on the Arabic, okay? Al-Mu'minun. Al-Mu'minin. Syllables are very important, as well as pronunciation of the consonants, as we call them here in English. Al-Mu'minun, the believers. Anyways, you see my brain, how it's moving today? A little bit slow, okay? We have here line 9. Oh, it's like 8, 9. It's weird because it's a lot of short lines. So we have, my thumb is big enough to cover. Let's go ahead and just do 8, 9, 10, 11. We have a positive message with to be able to cover. Alright, this is Surah 23, the believers. And do you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start writing the names of the Surah. I thought of it because it's really on this page. It's easy for me to reference. But of course we do have our translations also on all the other pages, just a little bit smaller. So if we're working on our Arabic, right, it's good to go ahead and reference the actual Surah name, and it helps us keep track too. Okay, sometimes words are easier to remember than just the numbers alone. Okay, then we have line 8, line 9, line 10, line 11. Okay, so go ahead and read it out. Line 8. Those who faithfully observe their trusts and their covenants, and who strictly guard their prayers, these will be the heirs, who will inherit paradise. They will dwell therein forever. Nice, nice. That is the greatest gift. We were talking about surprise blessings, right? Gifts. Paradise is the greatest gift that you could ever hope for and wish for. A home in paradise, to return, right? To return to your home in paradise. We all came from there one way or another, okay? So to return to paradise is the greatest gift, especially after a long or seemingly long journey elsewhere. It's hard to perceive in our current consciousness what awaits us, but it's nice to dream about it, right? And this is one of those things that, as much as you think you can manifest based off of what you know here on this earth, it's almost one of those things that's impossible to manifest truthfully. It's very, very hard to picture paradise. It's very, very hard, almost unlawful, or a little bit sacrilege to go ahead and create art based off of paradise, right? I'm just saying that because I've done it before, okay? Based off of my own human understanding, but it's very, very hard to picture, to describe, to visualize. So this is one of those things. Paradise, the gift of paradise, is something that you cannot manifest, you cannot visualize. But you can. It's fun to go ahead and try, right? Work with the Lord. But is that going to guarantee your spot? No, absolutely not. Say that really quick. Absolutely not. And these few lines here tell you what will guarantee your spot. And much of the Quran speaks about... Oh, excuse me, I got carried away here with my time. Give me a second. Much of the Quran speaks about what paradise, what tokens you'll need to go ahead and get into paradise. We will need certain tokens, right? Certain habits, certain life skills, certain tokens. And it says very, very clearly here in Surah 23, Al-Mu'minun, paradise, the believers, they will therein forever, period. Sorry, slow typing today. Okay, therein forever. Alright, so I'll go ahead and read it out once more. If I can get this parenthesis around the correct words. There we go. And if you must meditate, if you must visualize from the book, visualize on this. Line 8, those who faithfully observe their trust and their covenants, and who strictly guard their prayers. Their prayers. These will be the heirs who will inherit paradise. They will dwell therein forever. And notice how it says, how it doesn't say enter paradise. These will be the heirs who enter paradise, right? These will actually be the heirs who inherit paradise. Imagine being a ruler over a dominion in paradise. How does that sound? Wonderful? Maybe too much to handle? If it's too much to handle, you don't need to worry about it. You don't need to pray or faithfully observe covenants or commitments with the Lord, right? Some of us make vows and covenants strictly between you and the Lord. And then most of us, excuse you. You see what I deal with. You don't see anything, but I know you hear. Anyways, those of you who do so, right, you will inherit paradise. And those of you who don't, you don't have to worry about the pressure of inheriting paradise. Just focus on the relationship with the Lord, and you will be welcomed back home, I'm sure of it. Okay? But very, very important, if you want that higher level, right, that higher level, that ownership, later in the afterlife, faithfully observe your commitments with the Lord. Faithfully make those vows and commitments and covenants with the Lord. Not really talking about with anyone else, but of course it is good to practice good deeds and to serve faithfully other people. And who strictly guard their prayers. So not just praying 5 times a day, being strict about it. Very, very strict. Protective over your sacred time with you and the Lord, making it sacred, making it important to you, because what is important to you is also important to the Lord. Okay, awesome. So and of course we don't know, right, the day nor the hour which this comes, so it's always important to be on guard, in the sense of always being ready, always be prepared. Take your time to develop these skills, right, and this nature about yourself, but, ensure that you are ready. So you really don't know. We have no way of telling what's going to happen later today, tomorrow, next week, that type of thing. Years from now, millennia from now, okay? Right. Thereafter. All right. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you listening. I'll see you again if I can come on here a little bit later. Yes, I have to read just a little bit longer, so I do need to dedicate the time. But I appreciate you listening. I'll talk to you later, if anything.